The third sector generally refers to organisations that are neither in the private sector or the public sector. The term third sector is often used interchangeably with charity sector, voluntary sector and not-for-profit sector. If we think of the private sector on a large scale as being all the banks, insurance companies, hotels, chain restaurants, supermarkets, national and international retailers, plus thousands more independent shops, bars, cafes, local services and tradespeople. And then the public sector, which includes our NHS, our schools, our local authorities and emergency services. Then the third sector includes charities, voluntary and community organisations and social enterprises, and many variations on the above. These types of organisations will usually share some common traits. They were set up with social aims. So in other words, they exist to make a positive impact on a specific issue. They're not driven by profit. I'll link to my other video here about what exactly is a not-for-profit. But remember that these organisations can make a profit, but they reinvest that profit back into the social aim the organisation was set up to achieve. They are independent from and not governed by statutory services. However, they are often contracted and commissioned by the public sector to deliver services, for example, community healthcare or housing. They're guided by their mission and values, so they have a strong ethical purpose. And how they deliver on their mission is as important as what they deliver. Having worked in the third sector for most of my career, I've used many different terms to describe it. For a long time I used the title charity consultant, but then I came to realise that that was slightly confusing because I worked with as many social enterprises as I did charities, as well as many grassroots voluntary groups that didn't yet know what legal structure they would take. If you'd like to learn more about setting up a not-for-profit, including all the different legal structures to choose from in the UK, then you can access the workbook below. So let's have a look at some examples of third sector organisations. Although we might immediately think of those national charities that are household names, such as Oxfam, British Heart Foundation, Cancer Research, NSPCC, RSPCA, there are, and this is as of the time of recording, 168,994 charities registered in the UK. There are also around 20,000 community interest companies, a type of social enterprise now registered in the UK. You can start to understand then that within the third sector, there's often this feeling that it's undervalued, both in terms of its contribution to the economy and in the services that it provides, that many feel plug the gaps between what the private and public sector can offer. But the biggest challenge for third sector organisations is undoubtedly fundraising. Being neither for-profit like the private sector nor sustained by the public purse like the statutory sector, third sector organisations are responsible for generating income from a wide range of sources, including donations, grants, contracts and sales, in order to deliver on their mission and sustain the longevity of their organisation. If you're looking for an introduction to fundraising through grants, I'll put a link to my workbook below. The third sector can be an amazing place to work, giving you that genuine balance between progressing your own career and using your time and skills to make a positive difference in the world.